There are several autoimmune diseases, especially in the digestive system.
Yeah.
And so morbus Crohn, colitis ulcerosa, and let's start with the celiac disease.
Yes.
Which is a disease the body can't handle gluten at all.
Yes.
And people, if they don't know about it and it's not tested, so they have a lot of cramps and diarrhea and feeling ill and weakness. And so from the Ayurvedic point, what do you think about and what can you tell us about this? And also together we had 2 children.
Yes.
With celiac.
In your clinic,
Yes,
there's these little
yes.
German boys who
Yes.
came. Both of them had celiac disease.
Yes, both sister and boy.
Yeah.
They had it, and after 3 years, I think, they came out of it. It
Yes.
was checked by the examination.
And
They
it was
came out of
negative.
this.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And also it was quite difficult for the mother because children in the kindergarten and at school, everybody eats sweets and bread, and it was not allowed for them. But with a lot of discipline, they could do it.
Exactly.
Remember.
This is very important. You reminded me of these children, the brother and sister, who were coming with the mother.
Yes.
Mother was under a lot of stress because anything she gives, he would get pain because she didn't realize that there is gluten in that. So it was very complicated. Even with the nuts, I remember peanuts particularly, he was allergic. The boy was more allergic than the girl. And amazingly, their allergy count, which was more than 17, came down in 3 years' time, and it became, they were not allergic anymore as per the blood test, which was a very, very good result. And I remember the symptoms already disappeared, I think, after 6 months of taking herbs. But then the allergy was not gone, so we advised them to follow the diet and the herbs continuously till the blood test was normal. This is, and we had, both of us together had such an effort to convince this mother to continue it for a long time, and she did it. And finally there was a fantastic result. So what I have noticed, as you have seen also in these 2 children and many more people who come with a celiac disease, sometimes it is diagnosed, sometimes not. But most people, they get after taking things from gluten and sometimes also milk, but mostly gluten. When they eat it, immediately they feel bloated, cramp, discomfort in the stomach, sometimes nauseous feeling like vomiting sensation, and fullness, they feel like everything is full, I've just eaten a stone, something like this. And sickness is felt, and because this gluten exposure causes inflammation, and this is also autoimmune situation anyways, so this inflammation again creates malabsorption because small intestine, as you know, is very important for absorbing nutrients from the food to the blood. And when celiac is there, there is a lot of inflammatory process which is not allowing the normal function of absorption, and because of that, all of the people who have celiac disease, they look very pale, slim, they feel always some kind of a heat sensation in the body, feverish feeling, and mostly they also have vitamin B12 or vitamin D or severe deficiencies of vitamins and iron, anemia. All these things are part of the chronic celiac disease process.
Folic acid is missing.
Yes. And besides stopping completely wheat and gluten containing things like spelt or rye, barley, all these are containing gluten. This should be definitely stopped completely. But besides that, I would also recommend them to take healthy grains like whole grain rice, red rice, wild rice, or quinoa, corn, millet. These are absolutely okay because they don't cause any trouble in the stomach. Vegetables, I have seen that zucchini and pumpkin particularly is very healing and it reduces inflammation.
Yes.
So zucchini, pumpkin, spinach, all the very soft squashes and pumpkin family vegetables are very good. Green leafy vegetables are nice as well. And the gas forming vegetables should be slightly reduced. Like broccoli, Brussels sprout, cauliflower should be more cooked.
Yes.
And then when they are very soft, then it should be eaten.
Yes.
Raw vegetables produce also a lot of cramp and pain. So instead of raw vegetables, more cooked. And instead of raw fruits, because some of the people become so sensitive from this inflammation that even the fruit ferment and cause pain and discomfort. So they have to either stop the fruit or take them stewed.
Yes.
So this kind of a diet plan will stop the inflammation and slowly reduce the inflammatory process over a period of 3 years. I have seen many people really coming out of this celiac problem using a very systematic diet and herbal plan from Ayurveda.
And do you have also home remedies for this case?
Absolutely, there are home remedies. For example, pomegranate fresh juice. If taken half a glass every day, along with 1 teaspoon of turmeric and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, it is working like anti-inflammatory.
Good.
It's very powerful anti-inflammatory. I have noticed that certain herbs, which are also nowadays advised by European Food Supplement Organization as anti-inflammatory herbs for digestion, they work very well. Specifically, if you remember, we have Ampachak formula, which contains Holar henna, antidysenterica, and Bilva Garba, and dry ginger, and these are certain combination of herbs which work on removing inflammation, and slowly they specifically reduce gluten allergy. Along with that, of course, you have to give something to boost the immune system, like herbs like Tinospora cordifolia or turmeric, and or the peel of the pomegranate. There is this combination of this herb in tea viro and ojas, which is really effective for balancing the immune system. In this way, new inflammation is not created. So one side we reduce inflammation, other side we build the immune system so that the allergy is completely going out of the blood. And this is how over a period of 3 years, sometimes 4 years, I have seen most people really coming out of this wheat gluten allergy, and the symptoms of celiac is not felt for 10-15 years after that.
And even if they start a little bit to eat wheat or spelt and a little bit of milk, they can digest
They
it
can
afterwards.
digest it afterwards. Yes, you're right.